Hey everyone, Marvin Kane here again with installment number 9 in our Answer Man series. Today I want to talk to you about common homepage mistakes and how costly some of these mistakes can be. You know, the first thing that I see is what I like to call the 1970s polyester leisure suit syndrome. Let's be honest, if you were walking down the street and saw someone walking toward you wearing a 1970s polyester leisure suit, you would make a judgment about that person. You would already be thinking, well, maybe they're out of touch, maybe they have no sense of style, whatever it might be. Now imagine that someone arrives at your homepage and your homepage strikes them as the cyber version of that 1970s polyester leisure suit. Well, people are going to make a snap judgment here too. They're going to think, this is out of touch, it's out of style, and maybe they're not aware of what current style trends are, and maybe they don't care. Maybe they haven't updated their website in who knows how long. And this is a bad mistake. So this is the polyester leisure suit syndrome. If your site or homepage looks like that, it is time to rethink your design. I mean, there's a reason why things go in and out of style, just like clothing, like hair trends. Web design trends go in and out of style. It's very important that your homepage and your website in general illustrate that you know what the current style trends are. The second mistake I see a lot on homepages is thin content, and this is simply a homepage that doesn't have enough information on it. You certainly want to use the homepage to tell people who you are, what you do, why you're different than your competition. This is your unique selling proposition. It needs to be on your homepage. And oftentimes what I find is that the reason you don't see that on the homepage is because the homepage is being taken up with the image slider, and that's the next mistake I want to talk about. Now, the homepage image slider is very, very popular in today's website design. You see it all the time on all kinds of websites, images that go back and forth with some text on them. This is a mistake, in my opinion, and I've been talking about this for a while. First of all, it's hard to know how long it takes for individuals to read the messaging that's on each one of the images, and what if you're just about finished reading it and the next one pops into the screen, and so on and so forth. So this can be very, very frustrating. The thing about these image sliders is that they're typically taking up the most valuable real estate on your homepage, right smack dab in the middle of your homepage. So what I want to suggest is that we don't use that part of your homepage with an image slider. Instead, you know, there are other ways to make your homepage visually attractive without sacrificing that space. Maybe you want to have a nice background image with important text overlaying. There's just a lot of different ways that we can do that. So it's the homepage slider that can often be a big mistake, and I recommend not using them. The next mistake I see, well, not a mistake, but the next thing I want to make you aware of, that's in case you don't know, that there are tools today that allow us to take a snapshot of how users are interacting with your homepage. You can set this to be over 30 days or over 60 days, and whenever that period is over, you can go and take a look at this heat map representation of your homepage, and that's going to show you what areas of your homepage are attracting the most attention, what areas are not attracting any attention at all. And the great thing about this kind of information is now you can see if your homepage is actually working the way you intended it to, and if people are not clicking where you think they should, well, now you have some information about what you need to change, and you can rework your homepage, right? So the next thing that I want to talk about is the call to action elements. Now, pretty much by now we all know how important call to action elements are. These are the buttons or the elements on a homepage or on any page that compel people to click to download something or to call you or to register for a newsletter. They're very important. These are the techniques we use to guide people through the process. So we pretty much all know about this by now, but what I want to talk about is where do we put these elements? You know, the call to action element on a homepage absolutely has to be above the fold so people will see it. Now, what if you have a long homepage with lots of information? Well, then you want to put another one in the middle of the page, and if it's really long, you want to put one at the bottom of the page. That's how important it is. The idea is that no matter where someone is on your page, they should be able to see one of these call to action elements and take the action you want them to take. So the last thing I want to mention is what we call in our business the NAP. That's an acronym. It just stands for name, address, and phone number. Your name, address, and phone number, particularly for local search, needs to be on every page of your website. You can put it in the footer, you can put it in the header, you can put it in a sidebar. It doesn't really matter as long as it's visible from every page. I like to put the contact information in the footer, but in addition to that, I always include the business's phone number at the very top in the header, so that it's the first thing you see, it's the first thing that Google sees. But here's an added reason, an added benefit. When someone is looking at your website through a mobile device, that phone number is top center, right at the center of the screen, and all they need to do is tap the phone number and your phone rings. So that's why I like to put it up there as well. So these are common problems that can really affect your ranking and really affect the success of your homepage and your website in general. So here's the thing. If you're guilty of any of these egregious sins and you would like to fix some of this, I can help you. I'm happy to be your guide. Just reach out and contact me and we can talk about that. After all, I am the Answer Man. Thanks for watching.